Before we start out, I'd like to say something about my grab bag review thingamafuck. Well, I had a feeling there were going to be some suggestions, but over 200 in the span of 2 days? Yowzas! Well, it's become clear to me now that just making a top 10 out of this isn't going to do it. We need something with a little more fighting chance. We need to expand the playoff field. And so, the Grab Bag Review Spectacular will now be a top 40 ranking from worst to best. Yes, top 40. It'll be just like the radio format I named this channel after. Also, that video with my personal top 10 grab bags, it's now going to be a top 5 at the end of the ranking. We got about a month to go, and anything can happen, so click the link below, suggest, vote, and please make me do porn star dancing. I want to tear the shit out of it. Alright, enough bullshitting. Here's something new from me. Enjoy! This is part 2. To see part 1, click the link below. No, not that link, the other link. Yeah, that one. Alright, let's go. You'll never see me again. Okay, so I had 2 requests this year. 1982 was the first one, 2008 was the other. And I informed my requester that I wanted to do it in September because there was one tune that was charting back then that I really wanted to get to. And I think it should be obvious by the fact that I made an entire separate video about it, but I'd like to make it official. It's this one. Oh yeah, this fucking thing. Let's get into it then. It was 1989, my thoughts were short, my hair was long. This is All Summer Long, a song by Kid Rock about his experiences growing up in the year of our Dark Lord Satan, 1989. Now, the first thing we need to understand is that this song is fucking terrible. Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. In that it takes not 1, but 2 standards of classic rock and makes them sound terrible. Yeah, that's right, 2. I mean, Sweet Home Alabama, I can live with that song being ruined because, let's be real, it's already been ruined the second it became a thing. But how the fuck dare you do this to Werewolves of London? Werewolves of London. Werewolves of London is perfect. Don't fuck with it. What'd he do? Of course he fucked with it. To hit that sand and play some rock and roll. This is desecration of the masterpiece. This is fucking with something perfect. This is worse than Godfather 3.
Whoa, hey, whoa. Let's not say things we can't take back.
Okay, you got me there. But what really makes it terrible are the lyrics. Sipping whiskey out the bottle. The lyrics that are supposedly about what Kid Rock was doing in 1989. I'm gonna tell you right now, these lyrics are a fucking lie. For one, this is what Kid Rock looked like in 1989. Secondly, and more importantly, you wanna know what Kid Rock was really singing all summer long in 1989? Because Sweet Home Alabama ain't it.
Do what you have to, I do what I had to break through and pick the style that sticks.
And with that, I would like to welcome you to this new series I'm gonna be doing in between my lists whenever I see fit. I call it It's a Album! It's gonna be about albums that, yes, are indeed albums, and no, seriously, really are albums. For example, did you know that Dee Dee Ramone had a rap album? Well, you do now, and we'll know more later on. Speaking of rap, that's all Kid Rock was listening to back in 1989. He started his career out in hip-hop. But his name is Kid Rock, so why is he named Kid Rock? Well, there's a story behind that one. Yeah, he started out as a DJ, and someone apparently shouted, "Watch that white Kid Rock," and the name just stuck. So, it was 1989, or actually 1990, but same difference. And Kid Rock released his first album, Grits Sandwiches for Breakfast. His Kid and Play flat hair top was kinda long, I guess, and his thoughts, as we are about to find out, were indeed short. The album starts off with the first single, so let's get into that.
But anyway, I like the...
Oh, but before we do, we gotta listen to a phone call because reasons. But about 15 seconds of that, and then this happens.
Yodeling in the valley. A delicious break from potatoes.
Well, there's one positive thing I can say about this album. It doesn't bullshit you. It knows you're going in expecting trash. So right away, it decides to throw a song called Yodel in the Valley at you, in which Kid Rock yodels. Imagine trying to make yodel rap a thing.
To get undressed, get fresh, and have me yodel in the valley.
Oh, but if you think the idea of this is lame, just wait till you find out what he uses it as a euphemism for.
And the best type of oochie coochie is the type that tastes like sushi. Eat it.
Yes, that's right. This is a song where he uses yodeling as a euphemism for eating pussy, or, as he puts it, eating hoochie coochie. This is the kind of maturity we're going to expect from here on out. Can you tell he was literally a kid when he made this?
Couldn't speak, my tongue was weak from yodeling in the valley.
Oh, man. Yeah, I could see why this didn't catch on. Oh, good fuck almighty. Is this what they think fucking with that wet-ass pussy sounds like? Man, it's no wonder there's no whores in this house.
Clear, I love them. Sorry, dear, don't hate. Cause I'm gonna say that I love you when you're sitting upon my face.
Someone must have thought that was a good idea, though, because this was the song sent to radio stations to promote the album. Yeah, that's right. Radio stations were playing this. Except not really, because it was banned from radio because dirty lyrics. Ordinarily, I'd be against this kind of censorship because, you know, First Amendment and all. But let's be real, there's no way any radio station in their right mind would play this even if they were allowed to. The censors were doing our collective senses of sanity a favor on this one.
Is that cramp your style?
Okay, so this album was released by Jive Records, the label that brought us a lot of very much 90s acts. It said that Vanilla Ice was upset that Kid Rock was signed to Jive because he felt he should have been signed instead. Like, apparently a contract was promised to him, but they signed Kid Rock instead. Yeah, imagine having to choose between this
From yodeling in the valley
and this.
Wine was a drug, I'd sell it by the gram.
Life lesson. Always have an option C.
It's not a teen heartthrob, but I rock the set. So fuck Corey Hyman, Johnny Depp.
Well, they ended up going with the foul-mouthed white rapper instead of the lame white rapper. And surprise, surprise, they couldn't promote the album because it was filthy. The moral guardians were still shouting,
Won't somebody please think of the children?
hell, this was around the time that Two Live Crew were peddling the same kind of smut as literal Kid Rock, and that resulted in their album being declared illegal to sell and them getting arrested for playing a show. Let's get back into that kind of smut with a song called Pimp of the Nation.
Pimp of the nation, I could be it. As a matter of fact, I foresee it.
Well, I'll give him this. He's always been consistent with his ideal endgame. I mean, that is what he calls himself, right? Pimp of the Nation.
But for now, rap's the occupation. But one day, watch, I'll be pimp of the nation.
Yeah, see? This whole rap thing he's doing, it's nothing more than a side hustle. So, let's see what Kid Rock circa 1989-90 wants to be when he grows up.
There's only two types of men. Pimps and Johns. There's one type of bitch. And that's a hoe.
Okay, well, good to know he's at least got the gist of the business. Please, do enlighten us with what you will do as our Pimp of the Nation.
One day I'll probably walk with a limp and drive a big Lincoln, wear an unbuttoned shirt and be a 55-year-old pervert.
Well, let's see. He's a 49-year-old pervert now, so he's got a good 5-6 years until he finally achieves that goal. But let's say he has. He's a 55-year-old pervert. He's Pimp of the Nation. What kind of whores does he got in his house?
But only pimpin' hoes with a big touch while you be left pimpin' Barbara Bush.
Okay, got that? He'll be pumping big booty hoes, and we're stuck with the First Lady of the United States. Burn? I mean, I know she's old, but how many pimps can say they pimped out the president's wife? I mean, if anything, that's a bragging right in and of itself.
The highlight of your sex adventures. You wanna suck this? Take out your dentures.
Oh, okay, so what he meant is he can get the younger, prettier girls while we have to go to the nursing home for some hot granny lovin'. I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out here, some people are into that, but you haven't answered my question yet, Kid Rock. What whores do you have in your house?
First off, Zsa Zsa Gabor and Tipper Gore is my highest paid whore. Roseanne Barr is my newest trick. Whale on the beach, harpooner with your dick.
Okay, this is just a list of celebrities. Can you tell Kid Rock was literally a kid when he made this? Like, this is just some dumb little middle school boy listing all the famous women he would totally bang. And he's got some pretty fucked up choices.
First off, Zsa Zsa Gabor.
First off, Zsa Zsa Gabor was old, not young. But her, I guess I can understand because some people just like getting slapped in the face. And Roseanne Barr, well, she certainly got a big tush. I can't really argue with that. She'd be one of those sarcastic hookers who's like, well, you're paying me, I guess I'll just do the thing then. But Tipper Gore?
And Tipper Gore is my highest paid whore.
Tipper Karen Gore is your highest paid whore. So, the PMRC lady who led the fight against Twisted Sister and inadvertently got your first single banned from radio is now just another whore in your house. Burn?
One nation under a pimp.
Oh, no, 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 do not bring P-Funk into this. No, especially not One Nation Under a Groove. That one is beyond perfect. There is literally only one person who is allowed to fuck with it, and you are not Ice fucking Cube. This is Ice Cube. This is you.
Getting paid 'cause suckers is pussy wet.
This isn't just desecration of an American classic. This is defecation of an American classic. Way worse than Godfather 3.
Whoa, whoa, hey.
No, I'm not fucking taking that one back.
The Midwest is pimpin'. Detroit is pimpin'.
Oh, here we go, everyone. Kid Rock is about to tell us who's pimpin'. And this is gonna go on for fucking ever.
Boner is pimpin'. Ben, he's pimpin'.
It's just a list of people, places, and things that he deems as pimpin'. It's like he's some pimp Santa Claus. Making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's pimpin' Barbara Bush.
Boner is pimpin'. Ben, he's pimpin'.
It just keeps going. What's the point to all of this? Is there a point to all of this? I mean, you could just say everyone's pimpin' and the whole thing would be over in 2 seconds.
Eddie Murphy, you pimpin'. Jive Records, you pimpin'. RCA is pimpin'. Top Dog is pimpin'. Michael Jackson, you ain't pimpin' shit.
Burn? Like, really? Michael Jackson? That's one of the easiest targets in the world.
My penis?
Okay, yes, granted, back then Michael Jackson was the biggest star in the world, so this
Michael Jackson, you ain't pimpin' shit.
was just Kid Rock trying to score some edgy points. Way to go, kid. You made a diss to the king of pop that he probably didn't even hear because he was too busy playing with his monkey or blowing bubbles to give a shit.
Stand up, put your hands up, come on, get up. Kid Rock's in the house, yo, ready to pick up the...
I guess if I were to think of one way to describe this era of Kid Rock, I'd probably compare it to the Beastie Boys.
She's on it!
Now, they made some pretty raunchy sex tracks when they were first starting out, but around this time, they were trying to get away from that with Paul's Boutique, which nowadays is seen as the first real Beastie Boys album. But yeah, there's a couple of tracks that I kind of get that License to Ill vibe from in particular. Like, here's one called With a 1-2.
With the 1-2 and all that good shit.
Pretty much basic. Like, it's just a generic I like to sex the women song. But there's one thing I do want to give it credit for. That is a pretty nice sample of China Grove. but still, this isn't really saying much. It actually just makes me want to listen to the Doobies instead. Now the other one is called, and this is true, Abdul Jabbar Cut.
He's not a skinhead, that's the Abdul Jabbar cut.
Wow, nice Casio sax. Come on, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar needs better than this $2 Walmart production values. Try harder, Kid Rock.
Now people always ask me and Katie if we take this activity at seriously. I reply with a sigh rather uniquely and say, does Donald Trump have a lot of money?
It's funny because reasons. And yeah, the rest of the album is pretty much what it is. If you listen to a lot of rap albums from this time, it's not much different. But there is one song on this album that I would especially like to single out here. Now, let's go back to how I said that All Summer Long was the song that I always wanted to tackle. That was the reason I did 2008 in September. Guess what? I lied. It's this one. The one song that I like to call the centerpiece, the defining moment of the entire album. So, everyone, behold the thing of beauty that is Wax the Booty.
Yeah, but people are scared to have conversations like
Oh, but first we gotta listen to another phone call. Did anyone at any time ever care about this bullshit? No? Skip it.
Seen a fly stimmy on the avenue, my shades down, hat flipping on.
Alright, so this is a story song about Kid Rock picking up a chick and then going back to his place to do the nasty. And emphasis on nasty. As we are about to find out.
Wax that booty, co-wax the booty.
First off, this song is called Wax the Booty. That's fucking stupid as it is. But what was really stupid is how he tried to make it a thing. He even referenced it in Pimp of the Nation.
And for some hot booty waxing, fake ass LaToya Jackson.
He must have been really proud of this one back then, because he name dropped it on his second album too.
What's your favorite song of that LP? Wax the booty.
But that's only the beginning of just what a thing this is.
I dropped her panties and was sniffing, I asked, do you stink?
Okay, I may not know much about foreplay or sex, but I'm pretty sure that sniffing a woman's coochie and asking if she stanks is, not something you'd really want to be doing to get her in the mood.
Now when I got to a coochie, I looked close to see if this girl had any types of signs of ED.
Oh, Jesus fuck, kid, what are you doing? Are you having sex with this chick, or are you literally checking her for ticks?
So, oh goody, then I grabbed my dick and stuck it in her booty.
Okay, seriously? Putty? I mean, come on. You're Kid Rock. You're the foul-mouthed rapper. I mean, I get what you're trying to do, but pussy rhymes just the same as putty, and also doesn't sound fucking stupid. Oh, and can I just say that him adding code words is also fucking stupid? Literally a kid when he made this. But we haven't even gotten to the nasty yet.
Next I whispered in her ear, baby, please turn over and rock the doggy style while I was calling her Rover. I busted my nut and she started to bark.
Okay, hold the fuck up. What was that? Seriously, what in the ever-living fuck was that?
Rock the doggy style while I was calling her Rover.
Okay, doggy style and Rover, yeah, ha ha ha, it's funny because Rover is a dog's name. But did you really have to do this? You know what that is? That's him fucking a dog. He's fucking the dog. This song is about bestiality. Yeah, that'll get you banned from a lot more than just college radio. But even that is not the nastiest thing about it. Oh no. Far from it.
Then I was searching for a towel to clean off my dicky.
Now, before I subject you to what you're about to hear, I want to remind you of something. Kid Rock was literally a kid when he wrote this.
She was a sexual fiend, and when I thought that was as gross as one girl could get, she stuck her finger in her booty and then she licked it.
Okay, now that we've sat with those words for long enough, let's hear it again.
She stuck her finger in her booty and then she licked it.
She stuck her finger in her booty and then she licked it. Imagine Kid Rock getting sexually aroused while a woman sticks her finger in her booty, and then she licks it. Bravo, Kid Rock. Bravo. That was... I don't even want to know what the fuck that was.
The ladies, if you're tired of a man on your fanny, the fuck you. Go home and watch the Two with Granny.
And there you have young Kid Rock's magnum opus. I don't even hate this song. I'm just impressed at the existence of it. Like, to put those words to paper, to record them in a studio, and put it on a cassette tape so that human beings with ears can purchase it with money and listen to it. I mean, it takes balls to put something like Wax the Booty on record.
With your blessing, I would get stupid. You didn't know it, I thought you knew it.
Okay, now that we've got the taste of that out of our mouths, are there any positive things I can say about this? Well, I like how the Upside samples that Diana Ross song. I mean, that's fucking awesome, really. They turned it into a completely different kind of bop, and it still works. Almost makes me wish that it was nothing but this, and Kid Rock was just having nothing to do with it. It also makes me want to listen to the original as well, though. And there's another song called New York's Not My Home.
Don't you know that I gotta get out of here, 'cause New York's not my home.
Oh, whoops. My bad. I must have got the Jim Croce version by mistake. Sorry, everyone. I just have, like, the worst crew. Just the worst crew. I mean, I told them to get me New York's Not My Home. I mean, I guess maybe I should have specified which one. Well, anyway, here's what Kid Rock kind of sort of did to it.
Lost in the apple and I'm all alone. 'Cause New York's not my home.
That one line sung that way is pretty much one of two things connecting the two. The other being about how New York is just like a crazy city that really makes you feel more alone than anything. It's another story song. This one about young Kid Rock's misadventures in the Big Apple.
I see a set of nice legs within my sight, but it's a fucking transvestite.
Oh, that line isn't gonna look good for me defending this, is it? I mean, okay, I don't like saying things like this, but it was 1989 and 1990. As far as trans acceptance goes, we were still laughing at guys wearing dresses back then. But look, here's what happens a couple of lines later.
But I take another sip and say to each his own. He get dissed in Detroit, but I'll leave him alone. 'Cause New York's not my home.
Yeah, you see? He did the right thing. Mostly because he's on someone else's turf, so he better watch his shit. A smart concept that is totally not gonna get thrown the fuck out of the window in later years.
I don't dress up or try to look pretty. Instead, I rock the house in every major city.
And the story ends with Kid Rock just straight up rocking the place, cause Hey, you're a visitor. New York took some time out of its super busy schedule to accommodate you as you record 50 takes of Wax the Booty. So, why not give them a show? And it ends so brilliantly, like, check this out.
These motherfuckers pay over $2.50 for a Big Mac.
Damn, they pay that much? Why even do that? I mean, I guess if you live in New York, it's understandable, but who goes all the way to New York just to buy a $2.50 Big Mac? But after that is some pretty solid guitar playing. Basically, the closest this Kid Rock album gets to sounding like rock. So, how did it do in the end?
Knowledge is power, and there's a point to this song.
Well, nationwide, it wasn't really much of a success. I guess that's what happens when radio can't play your lead single. But it sold pretty well in Detroit, so it did what it set out to do. It got his foot in the door. And in a couple years, he'd make an appearance on another big-name Detroit rap act's debut album.
I drink Baker, it's only $1.10. I'm aboard on your tips when we fuck in.
That would be Insane Clown Posse. He did a guest verse on Is That You? Let's take a listen.
Kid Rock, is that you?
Oh god, you're seriously bringing in that stupid yodeling to an ICP song? Ugh, Jesus fuck. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, this is proof that All Summer Long is a fucking lie.
And we were trying different things, and we were smoking funny things.
Although, is it really? I mean, the lyrics are basically about typical teenage shenanigans, which, of course, he would get into, and I can certainly think of many funny things he was obviously smoking when he made this album. But I scoured the lyrics, and he doesn't make a single reference to booty waxing, pimping out Tipper Gore, or Yodel in the Valley. So there is one part of the song that was definitely a lie, and it was the most egregious lie of them all. Kid Rock wasn't singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. He was singing Wax the Booty. The sad thing is, I can't tell you which is worse.
Tripping over